Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Ngaketa famoti demanding. Famata on the social media demanding. I was a little bit sick, but alhamdulillah afisiatale. Sign alatentuba. Ko biensina ni mole kacha. Puruka nyinin karo. I'm trying to ask people. Whoever can call, I just want this program to be the program of the viewers, not my program. I have already got my thoughts, so I want to hear from the public. Benny Ibrahim X. Williamson, it will be very grateful. You are very active, a sincere Gambian. If you could call and then give your contribution. The topic is about what do you think is a threat to our democracy in our country? What are the threats? What do you think are the threats of our democracy in our country? So these are my topics. Yes, brother Serif, Tom be kontona bage, assalamu alaikum. Mbe mo be kontona Bakarin Jai, mol minul be bijangi be jube rola. Laftale favor le Kenya. I don't have that much energy prunda my diamu. I want this program to be your program. I want people to call. Barangana funo ke on charge. I want people to call and then give your thought. What are the threats to our democracy? You know, election is fast approaching in the Gambia. Is election a threat to change your government? Is that a threat to your democracy anywhere in the world? I don't think election is a threat. But the way elections are conducted, threat katarawole kono. This is how there could be violence. And election o manyana keke violence. Election should be free, fair, and peaceful. Because it's a process of democracy. Barry, the way situations are going in the Gambia, how do you see it? Are we having a threat or we are not having a threat? And a threat to our democracy is a threat to our national security. A threat to our national security. The people in that country are insecure, so survival of the fittest comes. Should we live in a country whereby survival of the fittest will be the slogan? No. No. So let's talk about what are the threats in our democracy. Just in the past week, so many things happen. So many things happen. But alinga nyininkaro kem fangol labang. Forward wo they are threat to our democracy or not. Nyanta wole lonna. Alkamoy leba malom fa alkamoy loud and clear. You can show me the thumb up if you are hearing me, or thumb down nal bukamoy. Bari? Okay. Ntenga mi mira. Ntela miro muminti. Thank you. Yes, Serif. That's true. Injustice is also a threat. Wofana mutonyalete. Our 97 constitution a great threat to our democracy. Thank you very much, Ibu Sinyan. Yes, we are. Okay, thank you, Solomon. Thank you. Okay. I am seeing here, people are telling me what are threats. 1997 constitution definitely is a big threat to our democracy. Okay, spot on, brother Ibu Sinyan. Because 1997 constitution, there is a lot of things there. Minuli Alonko, the executive gave himself powers, unnecessary powers, have to control everybody. And we are working under the 1997 constitution in this new dispensation that we're calling new dispensation. So it is not easy. It is not easy purungam fangolu bondi to say that yes, we have the democracy. Because Gambia still we don't have freedom of speech. Because muneketa now even you know what is saving us now? It is the social media. The social media is playing role to save Gambian people. The information Mansakunda Nyanta Mindila Gambian Nolla, they are not giving it to Gambian people. We don't know. So, but thank God to social media. But social media, fana, sometimes there are things minuli alonko ikamol threatening. Wala tina social media momo binala je alnga trying to tonyale for no matter what. Let's try and speak the truth. But our democracy is under a serious threat. Typical example is, let's start from the executive before we will come to the legislative and the judiciary. Let's start with the executive. When you have an executive who doesn't understand ala role mumunity, what are his or her responsibility, you are in a mess. And this is exactly what is happening in Gambia. We have an executive who doesn't know the role of presidency. And he is threatening Gambians every single day. Every single day. Adama Barrow is threatening Gambians. Adama Barrow, the imams went there. He met with the imams. He spoke to imams. Akaye kumandla natale ke salibo. Bari nga kumol moy minul fotaje. Nga kumol moy minul fotaje. Al kanal da bondi politiko. Nga moy koy ba altel manyan nal da dun la politiko. Fal manke Gambia dingol tiba. Yes, they are Gambians and they have voters card. But they cannot openly support somebody simply because of it'll responsibility mumenti. Everybody, even the civil servants, they have their voters card. They have right to go and vote for their choice. Adama Barrow ye minfo imamole. Abotaje, there are some groups minul tata visit fana. Talking about the revising court. A president who should advise Kaitandiko revising court inyantela support dila wala to support them Kaitandiko yela dokuwa ka nyanta tamala nyami mokana dabula na bankola election oto miya lonko womanyana tarla amanyana ka dabula na bankola election. This is supposed to be the word of the president. But atekamunevo ako he is going to defend ni ye momin samba revising court and ni NPP column. How do he know that these are NPP surrogates? How? So yeah, this means that the people that he called the talks, we are trying to control. They are the people of Adama Barrow because wol manke banku dingolti ik be control ka itandila and wol ni wol fanga buka diam, but they are trying to monitor the situation of the election. Adama Barrow complained ako mune atina there are some black talks minul bitakang ikafo mole ikamol profile. But Adama Barrow fango he was profiling Ibrahim Adiba and he was profiling those people because afanga ya fojako some of them are even they vote in America and then they vote in Gambia. So barikafu luntaol te karte file Gambia. This is a shame. We have a president who doesn't understand what a foreigner is. How can you regularize your citizenship? This is a shame. This is #1 man in Gambia. And this man is going around again looking for the vote of Gambian people. Purungate to Palasoto. Gambia. Adama himself is a threat to our democracy, a threat to our national security, a disgrace to Gambian people. So munebati nandla saying Gambian will found to think of Adama's future. Adama's future is just to face justice, just to face commission of inquiries into his financial dealings. Because how many billions of dollars he was pumped into various departments in Gambia. Where are this money? Where are this money? Mbengajele, foreign investors solo, minulia lonko, they even ikoye ghost companies lesoto. Nobody see those companies in the Gambia. But they went to State House, they were issued with diplomatic passport. Gambia. Diplomatic passport oka issue nyadile. Do we even know? The president play a crucial role for a diplomatic passport also. Because a telephone are authorized. So we will be threatened to our national security. Those foreign people in Kaitandiko company lebetel bulu Gambia, nobody have seen their companies. Monenemela dokula fangoje, a staff of that company, and abukake company kilinde kami register. Mustafa Dabo nene la revelation o kenunjane. Corruption is a threat to our national security. There is rampant corruption. In fact, corruption o kita fenneti Gambia mi alongo, it is turning to be a legal issue, not illegal, but legal. These are all threats to our national security. But what I want to specifically talk about is what are the threats to our democracy, because we are in an election year. Democracy is supposed to be enforced. We have seen what happened in KMC. Mbenga jele ming happened to KMC. I'm not trying to take a side here. I want to talk the way Ntenga understand Nyami. KMC, they made a serious mistake. You know why? Because KMC model lebainu who were involved in corruption. So Itella Local Government Act give them the powers, investigate them within the limits and the laws of the Local Government Act in accordance to the constitution of the country. Will investigate. But when they are found guilty, what do KMC do? Do they pay the money, or if they are involved in corruption? Or if they were involved in dubious practices, why may somebody court? They should prosecute them. I don't know whether that happened. But KMC is doing fine in terms of development. KMC is doing absolutely fine. This is supposed not to be partisan. Let's put the parties aside here. Because when you are in KMC, you are no more UDP. You are there for the people of the Gambia. But more understand. Let us understand this core. The CEO and the finance director are not KMC local council workers. They are not from the general council. They are from the local government. Well, but a central government. Put them there. So now, these central government workers, atelaka the chief administrative financial officer. Atelemula administrative officer. You understand? Atelemula administrative officer. Barry, he or she have to work with the council. Anything, any financial dealing, the council have to give consent. She cannot act alone. The separation of powers are there. She have to work without any interference in her job. Barry, the mayor is the overall boss of the KMC because he is the political appointee. Yalong, what happened in KMC? Gambia is not a jungle. Molkana Jeko because Talib is UDP. What happened to Talib could happen to anybody. We're supposed to stand for truth. Alngalo Tonyaye. But you see, Gambia, it is really very difficult for Tonya found established now. Because of why? Ntella dina nyaton kol found ketambulu problem, especially the Muslim community. Wol found leketantel bulu problem in the first place. Now, Nata nka more hate just for nothing. Okay, sis la ebe Yabis mangale fenyo. Amebula Yabis buka mobula. Yabis is a very consistent sister. So, what happened in KMC? Amanyang kake. We have to understand here. CEO, according to the council, yalo nkamwe mola Talib have no right kafo CEO etina la office. Talib ma for CEO etina la office. It was the General Council. Wolle ofo. Talib never said that. Talib la role found when the councillors met. Talib buga vote. Unless when they come neck and neck, then he can vote and decide. If not, he doesn't. Mol nyanta wole follow lon. And on Talib la action within the Local Government Act are all correct. Correctly. Everything is correct. Albe before mbe diamula kuola, let us find out, because constitution will be yele, but all these departments, especially local government, yela act le soto. Local government yela committee sotole minuli alonko wole kamare la kuolula ni kuketa. And wo committee nying, they will meet Talib, they will meet with the councillors, they will meet with the civil society organizations, they will meet with the CEO. CEO are involved in corruption. She cannot say that Guatemala corrupt. She is corrupt. Because why? You go and buy a land, 100 by 100. Alanga mira, I land some muntolto, Gunjur. Yalo land value, fonga wo fananjube, and in the area. Who is the owner of this land? Munemala relationship with this CEO. 100 by 100. Yeta yewo wafu like 4.5 million ikoya sa wolela. So 4.5 million mune ya tinna you withdraw you took a loan of 12 million and you yewo loan tanyaming without the approval of the mayor, but you forge their signatures. I mean, I think this woman should respect herself and respect the womanhood. Aitasi Suokono. Yes, she did fraudulent act, Sheriff. Those are fraud. High-ranking officer. It's totally wrong. So police on la taje. Molbe boyka Musa Drame kanne. Be boyka Musa Drame kanne. Kafoko Musa Drame le ko police on la taje. Musa Drame haven't got those powers, even if they said ko abort up from the executive. But you know why? Because this is how our security chiefs are so cheap. Nina tina molman trust sotoe. But that molman nyane mira la fanko Musa Drame le afo polisolie purietaje. We have to, the police have to take the responsibility. Yes, corruption is happening seriously in State House. So Musa Drame, let's put Musa Drame aside. If Musa Drame ordered the police Purieta Nindula, we will not blame Musa Drame. We will blame the police. Because police will nyanta itandla Musa Drame lalko. You don't know your role. Then itebentel order no la nyadira purunga paral ki Nindula. So sign nata jele biring chocho keta molko IG lo andung is right nga IG blame bariko IG belifol. Who is now representing the IG? Who is now the IGP? It's the deputy IGP. That is so. So is the deputy IG. So sign. Bari police ole muneke iko etelia moele ko there could be a riot. They act because of information. You see, the police that's supposed to tell the Gambian people the truth are now lying to Gambian people. This is ridiculous. These are all threats to our internal security. The commanding officer at the paramilitary barracks, Adlen Basenge, is a young junior officer. A young senior officer, sorry. His age is young, but he's a very senior officer. I think he's a commissioner. From a commissioner, he could be an IG. He could be a deputy IG. Commissioner ning IG tema munebeje koteke. AIG lom deputy. And Inspector General of Police. Inspector General AIG will be mu political phone call leti. But the police la rank found normally first constable is commissioner. So Adlin Basange and so itelko mune atina police ol tataje. And nu police ol tataje in very odd hourlem itataje. An insider at the KMC is saying that ko biritele police ko by force ibeduna konotole. Munatina police binala iba fola ko iko itele nanang purka CEO restore. When the police don't do their job to investigate that CEO because of the fraud I minke. So are they not aiding and abetting the CEO to involve herself into corruption or kataka bankola na flow betia? The police who's supposed to investigate thieves are helping thieves to steal. Yalong police wala nyanta mi understand la. Aliyake KMC le, but Allah tobe dunia kono. There are international communities in Gambia. Thank you, Serif. Because now Duntaje he is going to tamper with the evidences. Bari Laftali Lamo KMC la dokula dola ja. I just play his audio. Laftale ni lamore.
Assalamu alaikum baringolo. Mbal konton mbal tentro mbal jeyila. Bi arabalungola ogos karo kono. Intelemal badimma dol kotoma dol baring dol doko dol falu. Sanjal kanyi mbal konton mbal tentro mbal jeyila. Sayin tambita borone ko ma felola de. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Ndolenga kardo fa ko neba again. Oto o kamala mina audio dole bulala me ya lonko ning aliya moy albe si la mani hakilola anu ngalonko abe la may kan hakilola ning audio nak mabula UDP dama kam babula kam banko dingol le min ya lonko be siri jang ali bandala al samoy ko min keta KMC num tenal no so mandala paral la koto min nataji min keta nda sanjali nyala amanken komati lafta ka domanding faaleji al sa fay fo kalam da minister famu me ya lonko kama kalam da be keri malong jumale be tonya kan albe sire nga bari minen de taraji paral minen de taraji defam ko men felten defam diamute nden koy ko paral nata de gamra ni mu felete mi ya lonko KMC versus interventions bi yalbula nam pour wala be kere be ji ko ala warta sembo barbul kido barbul jorama babul kon to la police ma fe soto bari ngani kala mata jede wolum tenan no so manda ala le jisuma bo jeba ni wonde naka police do be je ka fa sini ki an ko na la kumbe nya wajana ni ngala ko bandi je ay kata ko men ke je ngaje la police wolu because wolum la itol ni boro men nata ko bunda yele by force a fotale ko bunda yele to de dum o fotale paralu kana iten
so this is an eyewitness. Me Alonko is a staff at KMC. Paral ko bunda yele by force. This is their attitude. Ila attitude lo what? Very unprofessional. And we buke karandiwala from the police training school. Ndenga karandro ke police training school. Bilo mbe ofolale. Nga karandro ke jele. Yes. Nga karandro ke police training school le. Nga immigration ol karandle. Nga police ol karandle. Ebuka wo karanje. Ebuka wo karanje. Nga class o kono le fali attending. Not in the field. Class. In fact, from superintendent up to first class, I be kanale nun to the police training school pro rehabilitation hola. Refresal course. Ngawol faul karandile. They put total discipline into Gambian police force. But I don't know ni tata mune hatineka act wonyama. I don't know. But from the training school, they tell them ko in mune nyanta kelela do koti. To protect lives and properties. Apprehend and then prosecute any wrongdoer within the limits of the law. But ala jube. And normally, ni police on nyante arrest la Gambia fangode. Eka min karang from the training school. Na nate arrest a nyanta folele dalila jumala atin na nate arrest. But Gambia police ol bukok. Niko nate arrest le. Iko muneketa. Ike tulole busa. Very inhuman. Very, very inhuman. It's a bit ala mola premise to nyadile kafo eko by force mbe dunnale. Just imagine. Just because you have executive orders or inspector or the deputy IG gave you wrong. Imagine saying, yalong the police alnyanta karanal. Faraba incident. Biraketa. Inspector General of Police Munung Kintelet. Kinte was traveling to US. He have to cut his journey. Janabe Futala Daka, Kamuruna, he was not even there. He doesn't give orders. But his deputy was there. But the deputy don't want to take the responsibility. Kinte took the responsibility and resigned. Honeybee, Moma Long, who gave orders in Faraba. And there was a police officer, Minyata order dealer. Because all those junior officers, milieu sacrifice, we are taking orders from those people. So I'll tell Milukata KMC, I'll tell police all, I'll careful by force mbedunal. Imagine saying police all baby kumol bondiga, itel fango man al kije. Who sent the police officers there? I'll tell a diary kono jube. Because near call sotonam from the IG or the deputy IG or operation commissioner, they must book it in their diary. I'll tell a diary kono jube. Juma, first I have a diary fanam falinal because they are used to that. Because Yankuba Koli, Yankuba Sonko, Mbengaje Janet TRRC, ye diary muta ye falling about those Ghanaian or la problem or ye diary be for ye diary kotol be tinya. Ya destroy. So the police, the intervention have to be careful. If koi ma faltele aletaji. Lastly, because Yalonko, police wolfanalte wulle from etaje. Because he tell actor on intelligent report lelako, there could be a problem there. So there could be a problem. Why the police are the one now ilaftaka problem okijefeka for le force mbedunale. It's not logic. I'm not logic. I'm not logic at all. What went wrong? What went wrong? So we have to be careful. We need to respect our service people, but the service people need to respect us. They need to respect us. You are there to protect the citizens of that country, not the other way around. So saying, Ning Sanjal Kaminfo, Laftali Alamoy follow the discussion between him and the police and the KMC.
Call 7008164 la ngol muna nombate wolu ngol to na refere wato mene ko bunda yele la boss nyol ko bunda yele by force foka fuck you seni ko fuck you. I'm very sorry because of the audio la ko bula kan pral kana aje kasela wolu ngol ay fo e nyo bade ngani seni nyo bade ngo para ke wonyin ngombe loring goto ning ala tarmaso na ndima fitina mankeji o mu ala knowledge bari ka foko para ko iko ebe patrol le ye patrol team wala tambitani jela ndeko o manke tonyate bi amanke tonyate katombe jele inin sen la nyim patrol team wala na muni ba tinna le tolbina ba fala ni police wol me lori with a full year inila inform wol be lori ite hormone bunya soto tabe inform ko no banko dol mudi ko ten o banko dol bunya mi ite nana ye bunda ko le o ye bunda yele dalil kan tay man dalil tandila foni wol kanyo banen ya so ontela no banga fale na yen kol belori ndi andu seri be jela bam fam balori ne wolum alla le jisuma bo ko kono nim para lu ko to be patrol la e kamne patrol fo bina KMC bundaro nin KMC police wol be nyo banen na wudla ali jinin ka wala anda ay saponen hani la boso ma ay jinin ka mune bulawala abaden do ke jele ni man la wala na ek seni commande officer to seni ba be explain le mem keta transpresa e de maltema o do fende be alon ko set up le ale le jisuma bo nji mba fara.
Okay. Lafita nyin kenningo call la just now because ala number kijela ko Mosa call nole ni mi lafaka call. I want to call him nga jube whether I will get him. Nga soto romba dundla. So you see, serviceman mi alongo itanyanta peace le maintain. Itanyanta peace le maintain. Ikata ifo enin wol kanyo bani. Very unethical. But KMC inyanta minkela. I think they know it within the limits of their laws. Because Nalia ni Gambia nga remember. Fisheries la permanent secretary Bamba Banja was involved in a corruption here. Alleged corruption. Mate fango taje. Bari audio fintita mi yalonka ni Chinese olbet anim molbet transactionola. Bamba Banja is suspended. Bamba Banja is suspended. He is sitting at home. Mune Atina, what is the difference of this Senabu Martin Sonko? In fact, Senabu Martin, I tried to find out. Nkamwe moleko eka ako ha atemu UDP leti manya wokelala anata falling koteke eka ako atemu NPP leti wala atinebe nyinke kangatela. A civil servant biring ngajija ye fatbo jamba do kola simply because iko fatbo ye anu fatbo jambe okela watu mina fatbo ya mutala ko baroni loya dabo be mu kilineti ayo denkilo la ayo denkilo atata UDP la programme baralbe aje janne. There was a time min dabo e meeting soto brikama dusa no ye mol command state house Adama Barrow nyaado kaitandi ko nyilmu jawol leti because itata UDP meeting olato andum Biden Adama Barrow ka fan command nu UDP lela. So you see the hypocrisy in Gambia. Nyilmu threat to our democracy. These are very serious threats to our democracy. But Adama Nyantami understand la. There is life after presidency. Adama Nyantaka understand back. Adama molman struggling no contenting pour keke presidenti 2016. Ini mol were very cooperative. Inyante found in kala la muna na sa ini mol disagree ta. Adama la issue let me check whether I'm being video jeno la lebang ML Jabi okay lafta ali Adama la moy jang for 2016 Adama ka diam moleten I think Gambians are smart enough to know Adama ka mim fangofo wolo matela plant. He is the one who want to put the country into chaos, not any other person, not the other way around. So nteka nyine for Gambian kole, we need to understand. We need to understand alin kana kamfa, nkana react. We just want a democracy, a role play. We want Adama at the polling station. Whether it mo somebody vice in court or ite ko u inyantaka kaito di luntangol lale minuli alonko fangi man qualify nko Adama there is a way luntangol ka kaito obtain nyami banko kan but moto kuma explain no lete ite be me understand because ibe act kind deliberately but mimu problem oti jang sign Adama ko revising court itel titalaje jumala kaitaje Moma for Adama itaje. Momo le mafo itaje. But the bona fide Gambians, Adama foi ko ebetele sambala revising code ba. Imantrete samba kan. But inte mo sambala inte sonna moya dabulan na president tombongoto. Mimmanke banko dinguta man qualify ka banku di ya soto. Ahmed jite kanata mbulu nyaming but aman kana follow but because this serious man sakunda nata Ahmed jite la citizenship will be questioned because if I'm a Gambia for 100 years doesn't make you a Gambian inyanta legal status le follow la inyanta legal status le follow la so ne Adama ka fo moleko itel man taratala jako minulu lafta fitinola sign let us alanga fenkaja let us be specific here Adama ateni Gambia dingul jumal lafta fitinol Adama iteni Gambia dingul jumal lafta fitinol itele lota jang iko suru iniye suru akanfo ika fo mu Senegal en kolati iko niye fula kanfo ika fo mu Guinea nolati Iko niye jola kanfo ikafo emu Casamance nkole and these are three crucial tribes minuli alonko ebe Gambia and Gambia dingul lomu wolu fanaluti bari iko eka wolle profile jumal leke profile iman sonna fola ko mandinkol leke profile bari ibe mandinkol le ibe tribal sentiment le foka woto mi alonko itelon bankola presidentoti but Adama these words are going to haunt you seriously they will haunt you Ndesan 2015 ya jamelo talako atemanta campaign la akamanta campaign la because atea lonne ko he is going to win yes because already ya jamme organized 350,000 voters card I wole landinu so ni ya manta carte fayolo follow ay ndang 350 banku din kendol tata yaje ko no ye niola hanitel be fala ye je mala itata an innocent person fa tumani jalo the last victim of ya jam ye ofa ya mera wole o man just because minuli ya mala wala friend no what I call pura ya la family mako ya e manoto yafa yeah thank you Zach. So bari ya jamme ka mantala wala yatina biri ya jamme ikay koy boytale biri kay koy boytale he can't say anything ako where are those 350,000 vote aya itandi ko aka suñarole wala na mol minul ka fuko ya jamme ka win Gambia we all know ya fa ka win fa ka win nte ngalonne ko ya APRC e ka mol register le nu minul manke Gambia dinul e ka registration ol kenu K point dembo by force mimbe ya bala bi Adama Bala ate wolonne and then he fought for that puri kana woke ya jamme e ka registration o kelenu at K point minul ka ke ngadol fangol lonne immigration na former director ngamira be balurine nabe baluri alma sola sima yala Fabure when Fabure was the director alta Fabure nyininka Fabure knows about that koy kamol bondi kasa masile ikane ke register because he left Dembo by force boy ndilale no in Bakau. Dembo by force knows that. But milbe keta kuruyal milbe keta bi if Dembo by force want to justify that, Gambia is just crazy. Gambia is just crazy. Dembo by force wolle lota je including Adama Barrow alkalo lalal dabondi election odo sefo lalal dabondi political ngamira mbenga sefo jaju sise janne TRRC. But Adama Barrow is telling them that ko sembo bantele bulu alna ali sani sembo botete bulu nko yaya jammele bi he's a refugee from president from a junior officer in the army, in the Zandalmeri, to senior officer in the Zandalmeri, to a junta president, to democratic elected president Haniatra Kwakana election of Sunyale for 22 good years. Yaya was living in a luxurious life. He was holding satellite phone. Faka VPN system or Sambanan Gambia. Molbuka call funkenaka internet or shut down Gambia so that people don't call on WhatsApp. Bin niwo Yaya Jamelka nyo saba WhatsApp la. Allahu alam. Alalom mansoti. Atata banku kang. Animim buka hani kan kilung fangfo. Even for the foreign language. Ibuka kan kilung fangfo. Ya be jihad wale kono. He is going to rot in that hell. New woman dia APRC la momo. You can pack your luggage. Yeta visa nyini. Yeta Equatorial Guinea. You go and serve him. Woman can tell the problem ti. But bi abuka mo sono kodila de. Abuka kodoke mo no envelope kono kadi. Abuka mo samba no maka. Abuka family feed no. Hey, who is a fool here? Kafoko ya jamele nte samba no maka. Ay samba Gambia la kodo la maka kodi haramuru ngole samba maka inyante la o maka kalo ite nyanta fintila le etalo radio te ko Gambia nkola al tubinya Allah o maka kalo bal be janila nal me keku because ya jamme make Gambian people to suffer ayete samba maka because of our political ego kan alkalo bi alkafo moleko ya jamme man fenke Gambia because a me bafa me fafa a me dimfa falte le fisiara korosi se bamana famati. The same trend mbewole jeka Adama Barola. But Adama itela family siatale. Be careful billahi wallahi. Ebe Gambian kol ofen kambakele ite fintita watu watika Gambian kol ite America UDP le nyawal. Manta UDP nyawal ka. Wol be la political kekane so that people could support them. Ete si ke bulo warendende ika mol kumandi ye domoro ke foy kono e fa ititatal dokula because he man dokulom iko ka si ka fo Gambian ko leko min diatete e sita ite ke baba as an executive president iko ka fo ko 3 years jotna woli ya londe ni ndesembolon imaje la modol bukanano banyun because ka fo la Adama bi jele. What goes around comes around. And Gambian people are good kafo moleko witch hunting. When the witch is hunting, why not the hunters not have to hunt the witches? What is wrong with that? He is with his full common sense. He is provoking Gambian people. But muneka provocation sabu ani Adamas anger. Ala kamfana ala provocation muneka sabu. Because Adama cannot micromanage UDP. Alafraka UDP micromanage amakeno akamfata. Abotaje. Adama minister leta milman nafa sotaye on his political career. Mambure njai, what hani more tansila Adama. Mambure is enriching himself. Tangara, ate more tansila Adamama. Bailamin Job, ate more sila Adamala. Samate, ate more sila Adamala. Ministry of higher education and in low basic education ite mo sino la Adama andu Adama yaje ko nyilmun na minister Fatu Kintewol wolte mo sino la Adama so Adama saying ka wol fanalu bay ate bay no la because wol fanali ate committing le especially Mambure Njai and Tangara ya committing into corruption so now wol bay B they have a lot of papers documents with them. So Adamala confirm unit. He cannot micromanage UDP. I minister Milta kese mambo jabato. Ita ama ko inol. Wala adna sign. Hani mo saba. Ni wole ko Adama lafte mitla State House. Ibe clearance deal. I ta tentoko. I kumabal foje. Because he is so disparate in need of people. Ala jama detail. Already. You got it. In a silver plate. Iko ala iko. No. Nte sembo waratala say I will do everything into my with my powers. Nte mansule tala Jamal. Ala Jamal code in the kamne kamfa. Let us wait until on the 4th. Nkoko opposition le man la fi purieta election la. Ibe UDP lela. Wolbera political ke kanade in a peaceful atmosphere. Itelebe ranting kekan at State House unnecessarily. People don't care. We will respect you because you hold an office, executive office. It is the office of the Gambian people. Mbe respect la kanne until lungumina election o yeke. Niano ya foko siraul milbete la bungo kononu wolle benun State House siraul nya saika mune kamfa ninko ebo State House because itela bungo kono le bete ata State House ikamune kamfa. Contradict. You know, this is my problem with Adama. Nte Adama, I respect him. But Adama don't respect Gambian people. Nko, ite Gambian no lela sira umuwoti. It is not for you. Bari ika si, ite Amerika Gambian ko le nyawal. Ika UDP le nyawal. Ika UDP nyawal. Ika Gambian ko le nyawal. I am not trying to advise you because nte na dantante la billahi wallahi talla alsi hekatu nte bugalaf kalola Adama Barrow will go out from that State House. Adama nte kamalle fama kafoko I have a president like Adama Barrow honestly wallahi akamalu bakele. Number 1 President Omi Yalonko hanaye represent internationally as a Malundi. Nana da suwo kono way jawe abeti. Look. Nte la banko la democracy. Abe serious rimbakile de. Abe serious rimbabakile. Barintebe mobe asola. You see, there is total discipline within the opposition parties. Total discipline. What the problem, Bondela? Molka lo, nkamwe mola, watu wati. Alkana nendiroke, alkana fong, jumaleka nendiroke. Ntebe grupo minkono, nteka amira WhatsApp group jama bebe Gambia, ntebu kamfanke jeje, nte kamfane jeje. Par Gambia kolo mbuka mfam bondi nkatu jele ntekbe grupo min be kono ntene man grupo ntene man nendir laaje o grupo kono nka retaliation laal jele yey banen dolu beje buke mu nyano ifanali se joru laalo nka wo jele bar ko moy finti ngamo yabe adama la camp mo banena hani ntene maaje ni ngaje wallahi billahi mba folal I am not that type of person ntene moto de na grupo la ikatara molu banena Gambia oybe adama baro nenna I would never condone that nko alnga adama engage politically na banko la democracy is in threat because adama ka diamu sifalu minulu beke womanya na kala president la diamu nyati nimbe ite Amerika Usain Dabo le tinya ka Usain Dabo tinya ibuka Usain Dabo tinya ike fan le tinya politics of castigations politics of what do I have to say here again politics of castigations politics of allegations na fatala adama ilota janne isitin sanyang iko kaito lebete bulu iko political party leader bejele milia lonko ini mafia lebe deal kan bara adama natete je janne iko bitala United Arab Emirates pour alkata oil deal leke mi lonko you were doing that secretly Lamin Camara of Switzerland muntumalo we company soto fo keta wo tata wol kata wo transactional bela Fuela advance party ol tata bar chocho kumata yeta silo bay where is our na sand mining areas Abubakar Jawara wol soto nyaadile ja oil bi Gambia la karawo kara dami yalon ko logistic area lo ja oil be isansero lo kanga bet we know the deal mbe kuma kilim folale ma foko adama be wala kekande baral nga hakilol to woto baki we need to be smart enough we are not stupid people. Let's take an example of Macky Sall of Senegal. Macky Sall new oil and gas deal mbebe Senegal Adoma is the sole representative of Senegalese government. Macky Sall brother the same modern father. Macky Sall ani Youssou diata bakele. Youssou have mega businesses in Senegal. Youssou Ndour kodo ba bulle but ama woko di sifal soto. Okay, sign ninko logically, for example, ma fo wala keta. Let people understand. Ma fo wala keta. But fonta mira no lako weda Macky Sall le fanka kodo di Youssou Ndour to establish companies. Puru sama nate mantra press de yala she can get many money. Fate o kela nova because Youssou Ndour mala trusted it. For what no. So what of Ninko sign, for example, Gambia, Adama Barrow is making business with Ja Oil, pour ka isanse role display dulalto stall nim fenol be traje, pour ne Adama bota press de yala, anin Ja Oil fanang, wo kodol mil bebe dunne fanang ka kodo sotoje. For example, ninga wofo, ma foko wala ketade. I can even defend myself in court. Nte ma fo wala ketade. Unko bari, ninga mira, fo wo mira nyabe ron nale ba. You know, so banko dolu la kan wala atina bring Tanzania la former president Mimfata maka feel fully bifa fala ay muneke ba wala ne ka fa bulldozer. He was ready to fight corruption. Mune atina Adama cannot do the same. Adama cannot do the same. Well, lunde binala tonyabe fintilale. Wotumo ni moli ya jamela kumofo ya la corruption ofo. Mo dol ke neng. safu karim wulolati bari ya jamme la molu nge nyinin kale bif kabring wo wato min ya jamme fango bi jede nteke nyinin kale no ngo al korda kili yitani na mimu ya jamme tat al mo kili yitani na ya jamme mum fango so cyclola al mo kili ndro yitani na before 21st of July 1994 to Yaya Jamela date of birth of 25th May akawuluta African Liberation Day atela ko be famu wuliyaleti. He can lie to the core because African Liberation Day yala ka famu associated to important issues all lela. But fannene o atela ka fannene abuka mo nene o is up to him. Be it where is he today? Manyale betarala Equatorial Guinea nama wo manya ke sa deport. Ni wo man diami you go there it hatraje na afali ele 22 years alben suppress la alben nyawal la ntel man tara julu jola ntel lafta justice la mo man tara julu yola ni mi malafu wala ya jamme be Equatorial Guinea le isi wuri internet auto jang that cannot bring ya jamme wala atina ni mol kasi Gambia ikafoko Adama Barrow siya jamme natinole I Gambia ko la kunimbalia ikalo wole folol ya jamme mi threshold pass international community la karol falma lonko fango hani yata ko Gambia nol bele ko yamfuta ya jamme ma hani Gambia bele ko yamfuta ya jamme falma lonko atrocity sol le cause Ghanaians are there Togolese sol bejele because ngajele ko mol minul fata different nationalities sol le beje falma woje bang ja momi man songate atrocity sol mil fango cause ndel ka sinka foko ikasina nanola aita stay ya wala tuna that action min keta kanilai alitenkung Gambia belongs to Gambian people. Kanilai is part and parcel of Gambia. Gambia dinte sonna moeta nyapi Kanilai nkolka yeku kela mimma nyang. But for Kanilai dumbe Gambia e bantaleba. In fact, ni yata ko Adama Barrow na la mansakunda sobe yata. Inyanta electric bilo ani G bilo kila Kanilai nkol yele. Ngoy tawtale etel ya jamea adila for free. Muna nebe balala. Fote lom jumati. They were enjoying that. But Gambia dingul ka jole nu. What is the difference today? Niko eko puri ya jo. Itelle tauta. Ya samba korda kono. Nawek nyanda bilo prepare le ya dile ye na jio ni kurango jo ye mimbe waste. Because ya abuka jo nu. Niata ya ka jole nu. It's fine. But abuka jo. Abuka jo. So Adama ite motete advice nola. But wallahi, nilungo minna, Aliou Mamar Njie ko, I Aliou Mamar Njie, being the returning officer of the Independent Electoral Commission, hereby declare your opponent a winner. Wallahi, ibe bulo podila, walunela modol be borla ka bodal kuntu, foreign passport be minul bulu yeta. Adama, you only think of now what is going to happen to me and my family. Your family doesn't do any wrong thing to us. They are our family. But justice must prevail. Niano ini momo tema. Hani ninte musa niare imante yen offenle de bawo ibe banko tinyakan. Bari ntenga alonko ntel dol mu kilo jo. Bari ka minulu neng. Ika kuma kan fay minulu kan. Maybe ni la personal. Maybe sa fo yamfute male. Bari banko la fengo. Wallahi, billahi, momo ka yamfutete wala, mbitao tarra State House le. We must set an example, ye prison extend, nyin sumolu be ye be sambayete la prison. Alkana hani charge kodola. Wala, ni be charge, ni min guilty ta, iko ibe na kodo be jola la bari be sanji nangam fana la prison. Let them go ye la prison. Honestly, ni wonte lafta reform minanta sotra banko kande bari ntete diamula sign bawo nte manke authorities nte mantra political position nyinin kan politician ol minul bebe Gambia we have to put them into task ko nyin Gambia ko la nko nyin opposition ol minul bebe Gambia including Adama Barrow itelu be opportunity sotole yete fangol jara best hospital old wala even outside the Gambia. Luwolu ni mbali nchamla post jube musol be fala. How many billion nga wole di Ministry of Health? Ministry of Health yamune fomoleja. In fact they are going to build an emergency hospital for COVID. Wol ketaleban amanke. Imagine koteke na dipite olu itaute kodo dile ko eta ambulance osa. Sai ambulance santa borteje. Andu ambulance ol bukana regulation le fansol. Ambulance driver fananka ka fansun kinnet. Ka fo mole ko ibe sansole sanne yakije nganata. Akedantala in Serekunda Hospital. Serekunda Hospital. Suto nyanta peasant sambala banjul. Ambulance driver e muneke. Akonye ko akwa gaswel teatra motoko. Nka ko bari doctor ya ay tandiko ambulance ole nyanta tala kan nyin samba banjul. Ete ko isans e gaswel tela motoko. Akonye ha gaswel tije. Nko okay. Saindu. Akonye ko fanale gaswel osa. Nka ko bari mbe osa na mundol. Akongata isansero. Nka okay. Nte dunta na motola ate dunta la motola ate dunta ambulance wala nga peasant o bulan di essentiel follow ni fintita drong ja ngamre ja oil lom jetide ni kata towards Jimpex essentiel follow be bulubala je nte signal ta fonte kofta akonye no driver found akonye no ngata so nte ngamuta ko say maybe ate ka sang specific essentiel role bawo ka fo le Gambia essential betata nyote je sai nka ko sai ite tambi ite la fanga sai isansero min don tenga bulete no mare sai ite si duworo nte se bulane no aman kof aman fenke fo banjul accident and emergency fo nga pezento jindi ibe o checka anata noma akonye ko okay sai gaswel rodo nka mun gaswel ako pro ambulance woni ba ya fonyele no Serekunda nka ha ya fonyele Serekunda tonyalo saindu akonye ko pour gaswel kodo dina nimbe tala ngasa nka intengo kodo dila ko ha nka fonyi moro mu private role. Is it not an ambulance? Akonye ko ha nka nyinden ko mimbe bala jato bala ibe wala wuran na yake finyin ko yenyu la motor itala lon sayini motor bitanyami. I'm not giving you a dime. Madial billahi madial ni mol minul bije ika Gambian kola hypocrisy lowol he bar Musa hani yalong amakoy dro amakoy. Look at this nko ko na altel ba dila la dia ntele be nakodo dila nyina. Ambulance is for public service ika isan supply lo di nyunul alka fu ko ngadia madiala ayamal ta holo konoje faye nyum moto la faye ngaja moto mala atat taba diala no so ibenyi ambulance ol mil besanna ambulance driver say wol fanal bitaka morol yale pour isikay driver tije because wol fanal do mor bundale kana yele gaswelo la karola so nima example o set nka reform mimfo fon telephone reform man sakunda damat telephone le fanal be reform la sakunda damat de ndata poroto I am telling you ndata kanna moto bonde e ko ngata balde ya quality and control ndata balde moto nyi evaluate aya fonye nyanta minjola. I think it was 55,000 some 100 because 4-wheel mona tan no ka konye konko nangata jang iba talala le fenketen kiribu karaba dunta jana bota jana nga ente jimoto mu ndela musore tolbe nyin kaito bala so ntenga ta kuke jan sama ntenga sei yenantela muso batandi jang nka ko non de buka ko yemin fonye mbita wala jola please ntata nga kodo nyinjo ye restore dinna ajo jiare ye na restore dinna ntata kamoto fanan fintindina min kataraje pour ka o bundal yele custom officer ni mol minul kataraje wo fanan ke batule for after 4 o'clock sa kate be overtime lela momo nata je nyanta jola $500 nka ngonde ngana moto findin la ay lajam fo sam ha nka ko ninge jo 500 le be receipt di la naba receipt je Gambia Port Authority custom officers aliyamira ko nimma wo mol be sambange be soro mile tu ndella banko be sanitize no la nyaadile wole fawo nyanta bola Gambia i nyanta custom be Gambia Port Authority i nyanta digital system wole dundila je mo manyanna kodi kesema bondila wodulato hani transo i manyanna ka joje ni be mo sola minna ya soal i nyanta talela jorol be kala bankle physical cars ni wo ini moka deal with physical cars la obviously fay kuka manya minkela so until the final form be reform bari this is not my topic today. I have to bring that one day nimsi ma abe keri mimun na topic oti be wolom what are threats to our democracy. Until the executives are threat to our democracy. Until the safol are threat to our democracy. Until the almamul are threat to our democracy. Until the security are threat to our democracy. Because it like a executive aid and abet to punish Gambian people. So nyanta wala bulala we focus ngaje kon na banko mun na banko leti we have to love our country. We have to love our country. So Adama Barrow la ñi wurol na la ñi fonkol be ntebe banku dingol yamar la minna al nga respect dorong because atelom president atelebe sirin je amanke Adama kumoti bari the presidency mu bunya talenti al nga wo respect bari al nga diamun na molie ko Adama manyanna ka tambinna banko kan kotake Adama be min be foka UDP o mo domandi ngolet nyimmol milol ba balata yalon sign mobe ya Adama ya feel go is the most richest man in the country so Adama ya mutala ko sign atelaka ko beke NPP and things like that muna yalon kun ntangaje mol ko ka NPP Fatmata Jawara Maimuna Dabo Maimuna Balde e ko ka wala video wo kunta ya ntella muna haji munul fandal ni ano nyok ngo teyla ila sodula wo mun tella haji lati because nafiki ya kafo millo ifan meje be nyami al mol be wo fengela e ba fala ko ha faruma raka kale aka ni ana ya singol be bonda ko fonte la hajilot ngamre nafiki ya wole joining di nyoka let them fight wo man kente la hajide alin tel nga mol engage politically mol be ko dila Adama la nyami molbe kodi la Adama la nyami NPP la isu mankente la isuti nkaje molbe bay Sankare la audio kilana molbe sirfo kijera ala audio fo munte la hajile wo kijera la ko kijera la lon ko Adama Barrow mantra tonya kam bar hanisa kaka Adama la support kijera kam ne tonya sifafo la min kanna audio albe kilana molle fonkolto albe molla megabyte tinya la 15 alwo mo furngolu minul ya long ikoytel ka toñala fo e fanlu ya long ko Adama Barrow mantra siloka bari koy ka Adama le fasa muno mo wala problème oti mbengaje janne just of recent Paboy Fraser aning dahaba ila audio conversation mbengaje janne Seni Mane America ani musudola audio leakage min fintita because ya lon ko tonya te bulude but because they hate Usainu Dabo they hate UDP you know mu la problem ot mbe fondinke do yamar la jang itata jamburu mitongol ta kabota sukutale nga traile barama tofo nga moya be diamula je koy tel sauntale bota UDP le tata NPP, which is fair enough. Bara akalo ako ni yaja te bota UDP ako wol ka fula nga mandinka ya fasa Allahu akbar he ala because ye barola system la long ye barola molla system long so ni fanal na reka fania fu barin kay le te mu dindingol tide mu dindim balati UDP nkol safu kan nga mandinka ya fasa aji am seka mala baso ko ay tala hajola aji am ndaw yabo mala baso ko ay tala hajola ndefan ka mune batu woto mba fola wo fondinke wa be sukutal nal tata jambur NPP meeting min kije albajele ko le defecta kananan to NPP albajele le fondinke o atele wo fania foje bari mba fola ko that video is going to haunt him for the rest of Atela life because I wuliale fo alafta banko molu dundila nyola barate doyatale jumale ya lon fo sama manjako lebe kala UDP la flag biarati after Usainu Dabo jumale ya lon manjako lebe UDP la and they hold a position Jolal be UDP and they hold a position. Fulol be UDP they hold a position. Because ye ninja adamalela ay manjakol sambana ay fulolu sambana ay kamune foye mandinkol ben kelekan. Bari maje tabugal pular keba dolu fintite ko adama ko hani ntel ni man ko meta siren ntel tabula le no kanyina nimbe fasala bari kam min fo woman soto imaje alaye to nyaay tandi wolula alinga wo bula nimba support la nimbe adama support la support para la bula alkafuko e nying fenke William min ko atata mission lela UDP amuruta nan mandenka forium afanan tata wulia bafu bara lebi because they put those words into your mouth itete kalila ko itata biri itata UDP iko ibota because mobi halo na kal kam fatole nata barbiri ko inatale UDP open their hand for you inataje iteni njumale fon si kumofu boy adama nyilbuka mo nene ketele nene de iketele nene woma hani important telia foy mu fulati foy mu mandingati foy mu manjakiti foy mu manojoti foy mu muneti Gambia le kumayat bar Gambia momo kafu ko ntela tribe mu Gambia tibe fan yalla you have your tribe. It's a lie, damn fucking lie. Alingata to the Second World War muna ya cause it was tribal war. Second World War was a typical tribal war. Alta ali history jubeba fale amra tubabol mera tribe soto ni nada Germany ja Nico Smiths ifangol ka fele ko is a real German. Nico Becker e ka fele real German. Maya e ka fele real German. Snyder e ka fele real German. Bari Ronkowski e ba fele ane ala mol natale. Ala mol natale. And if you go to England it's the same. Alinga nyin sentiments si falbula. These are very premature sentiments. We shouldn't involve ourselves into such. Adama Miyalonko, he doesn't even know his left and right. Wala ka fuka be mola mind cheat la wanyama. Adama cannot even define what tribalism is. Imagine sa ka elite level science talks about a jail. At a near new word or mimfa ni wala katade. Because akawo kramle wo wato kono. After a few days, if you tell him what is the meaning of that, he doesn't know. Because that man is the woman prepare from purka kakul research. Adama lota jang. coalition itenin coalition tata jambansa iko ali Adama Samba presidential suit because he is our next president woleo tranga beke iteman kodi jowo to yela dulal to mela yiri santo imela bitiki jimbankoto ikana si ka fukon tata Usain Dabo yale yembay ko wulo just because ilaftaka Usain Dabo le nonde anondi what to tell buluje you knows whether you are speaking the truth or not andu nie tonya fo ikabarajo le soto bar nie tonya fanantano fo ikajunubo le soto so you knows what you are saying etla long ebe min foka bar fafu tata o tole ba ite fawle lote ko Usain yete kanu bakele ite le ha fom bariko bi ite because wolo muy la the main political threat e kombatu nga tinya mol minul ka Usain Dabo nen the next minute nkaje ni ite ka bulodi nyole ni kana talo ko fedele keki andu modoli ya fole ko Adama le keki modoli yo fole sonte te wolo rondi nola because ni wole nendiro kelon kanaje ikata ka bulodi le ni kana talo ke bar lunne be sila ngo ya jele ka sinya mi ka kumol fo faral be la kumo fo la wala nyam ha ika power min claim ko yow min ke 3 years jotnala lunne be sila o power te tarrete bulu you will not have that power ha so wala yatina nga mo fananje janne mi ya longo social security ayela full deni koldung ila asobi abe state house maiko to abe diamola anu wo fana manyan na tarra wala barale fat bojan di po fat bojam bay because of UDP but politician olu other civil servant will say to support they have no problem they are above the law Gambia let's wake up mina programme o dannaja famole keta dronko let me just come today ni mole kacha well atuta Gambia ko le bulu sai kunu ngamuso mo yabe diamola ako chal muru killing $25 chal muru killing ngo musol mi be Gambia sai ularo alka yasa ko dol dial dingul la because yasa buka jani sai andu ndesan dinul ka o nyaw min domo protein lom abetate to le wotumo ila dala so ikata ka nye kuntundi ngusoto no ka domo bar sai molbu ka nye sanu Gambian ko le kanasi ka fonyo ko fonko le be caring carte sango le be caring juma le be carte o sanna pour Adama pour ayke mundi ay to president yal pour ite en mari mimba wa fule ite be kala munet ye sofa e kanata no l'hôpital e kana borisot ila balunya e kolea man botol dali lafa feol da fontel nyandam fam batan la ka fu Gambian ko al kana la carte wa ngonte ka fuele na diatali altali tabulu nu fene ali belo muta ali alla carte o be landa kan ye nana ya be sangal bulu ala wa fu Yoha, thank you very much. Imaje seri pabo e sane ko nyemuru saba nyemuru ndingolde small fishes $50. Wallahi molbe Gambia la milia lonko e buka $50 o fan soto no daily pour dépense. Gambia man tata ku kande. Gambe man tata ku kande otal nga Adama bondi alnga Adama bondi Adama la molbe niyobe lalalde ibe kodo pompla kanne pour yeta la carte wol sang because wolbe min kono man la fi moya long ibe mune kono fale amre wolbe o ke kan kensen when they give Adama 10 million they will end up having 30 million wato hani tambita wala office bundaro wala tambita hani la bitiki jimba onkoto e ba folele ko e benna bitiko be nondila because ibe sanji lulo batuka yal nene ko teke sanji nani kar woro don yena findal kanno yalo watumo ite katambi yanu be biziri ne wutumo be confisiri ne be fenge be nene la wala nyama ko te ye dalati wuli luli dila ko teke ala la carte wol waf du kare ali waf ala la carte wol ali waf du kare fontel nyanta nyim fang folal tele la ba itata momo ya nka momo moy ko itata yale pour ka carte o nyinije ya ja tele nyaato ya je tele nyaato Adamai's daily feeding is $150,000. $150,000. Mavo $150 day. Nko 150,000. Marse jumale be koleyala Adama te min sannola. Adama alka bota min do mabuka odomo. Alka tulo min do mabuka odomo. Alka subo min do mabuka subo domo. Hani Adama hani bibi sign. Na konte lafta na la grillo la kela. Bari lafta subo la mimbe bola na Argentina. The best beef teko. Fone kulinti la man soto jet. Bari sa odai. Mol kana si kana fo mol hay natante ya janne ko ina carte fonkol la be fenketen nko ya je wolle nyaato ala mbudda handi ala wa fuima je insela nyaato foy bina lete ya ate min kanete atla carte o bala jibo kono fata man sula kodola muna nay ma ta san because amalla fi ate be minto ite ate boje abete nenera alkana fo moleko ikoy kanale kana na carte wol lesa Gambia dinkende tije ibe minna carte ye momo je momo la carte ozam mo furi wala na fatala ya ite nante anteni te be nyanta minkela ite kanante ka funde ite ta wa funtema nde kana singa fo moleko kariwol nata janne andu hani bi alte hani video kilingela barinka moy audio to ntel samin keno wolo nyinta alkana la carte o waf alla nyantolom pour ya fay but more than that we cannot because mantra sirinje e koy bal nene le koy kal samba workshop hall alta workshop hall nde baabe sirim marse o kono wobala pankerwa wobitam no workshop kana ka fugo hay koy kata musol le donto ko do fo donto ro ka kewole nyam ide mu small scale business le tiba bari fen kayti le be tarle buli be min demand la min bete qualify ndila amanke la ID card ti amanke la passport ti voters card nene buka transaction ke bank sako voters card mi ya lonko they don't even know fo bete commanda revising code le wolle bete la voters card o talete buli ka fo ngada ko do le ditala yes bank sol ka small scale businesses oli ke don tole bar criteria fanambe je yalo nimbe kumo folan na moli banko ka alnga ko indi male nkaka kumo foye mammin kalan long in the first place bank nene tete don to la kodola ya reman kodo soto bank nyin community banking minul ya lon ko kamusolu donto ikawol ta tru imusu kafol lela ikata tru kafol lela amanke kafo fana mbede kafol minul ya lon ko register tale ika register bari adulate dunia kono dami ya lonko ikela original documento ka woleta adulate dunia kono ibela document original o talale ya photocopy itele photocopy o kep yela original documento sendila alnga kuma koyole fonna molye alnga kuma koyole fonna molye bank teje a development a community bank teje mi ya lon ko ite bitala je aye don to kodola aka foy ko bela original documento le tulajan hani na ye nyinin ka collateral la fabe kelela business kaitleti fabe kelela korda kaitleti fabe kelela motola kaitoldi fabe kelela property la kaitoldi ba bara be kela kaito kaititi it iba copy lale yo copy ta plus ila ID card or passport. Voters card is never on that. Voters card is never on that. So better na jane ala baraka bake for watching. Alama ala en beso Cairo la Cairo sabatin na banko kan. Let us alinga mfangolo bondi kuwo kusifitino sambana alin kana nendiroke. Alinga Adama Barrow bulate Gambian kol neng. Let him insult us. Na almamulu minuli yalon ketara Adama Barrow ya. Alin kana foko mbe address la ngalanna tamboke. Alin ye ya mari. Mo dingo fanankala alfa ya marnole. Almame dol bije keba ballo molde. Bar dol fanal bije. Wol fanal manke kebate bar alfa lo moiti. So ot alin ye respect. Niye silo ke mimman correct alinga foye. Woni nendiro manke kilenti. Woni nendiro manke kilenti. So alnga foye, you know, kuwoku se fitino sambana na banko kan alnga borala. We want only peace. We have right to change our leadership in our country. Womanya na kela crime ti. Purkan na banko president ka falling. Womanke crime ti. Ni president kamfata alintel kana kamfa. Alintel ngata in a democratic way. Ngabula kamfa. Wotuta tele buluje. Aterabala held la situation of man in la famobulu because kamfa ba man betea. Kamfa ba man betea. So bedan na jang ala baraka bake. I thank each and every one of you. Mbafala mobe ko butuo kai arabo ularo alama besola Cairo. So coming keta KMC anyanda kela mobe karandir dalit. Let us support nyimanke partisan kuti. KMC is doing fine. Ibe Serekunda fango reform. You know Serekunda fango la dipiteo. Imaja ate femfola abe daring. Abe daring teko. Eko kafu mole ko nimin lafite ina ita debate. Nko male ina bita min debate. Ateta debate. When mandatory presidential debate ni was seat. Dabojula. Knowledge is powerful. Why? He will come. He will make mandatory debate. He will make mandatory debate. Niatra sita abekela. Adama Barrow binalaje. Wo ite mo kila nano. He will come afana debate, Halifa Saleh debate, Mama Kande debate, Moli debate. Ye debate on issues, foreign policy, economic policy, educational policy, agricultural policy. So they will come with policies. Ya diamu. Section 212 Woman Tarawotode National Assembly is going to be basically on presidential debate, how you want to transform that country into reality. This is what we want to hear. There are issues. Halifa Saleh itolom dipite to Serekunda. KMC is in a mess. Ibe daring. Imam Fefo. This is the MP we have in Serekunda. But I thank you all. I thank everybody for watching. Allah barak.